Hello everyone, I'm Extra87 and this is Let's Play Through Daybreak Part 86. In the previous video, we're in Basel, we were chatting. Weren't we? Weren't we, gang? We were chatting. Don't deny it. We chatted so much that we've chatted out everybody in the artisanal district, so we just got a few story events to do and then maybe do a side quest slash force quest. Wonder who lives here. Yeah, it's really high up.
There they are! I'm so glad I finally found them.
Hello. Is there something you need from here? The owner of this house hasn't been home in a while, I'm afraid.
We was just walking around and happened to end up here, so you know who owns the place?
Yeah, you could say we're acquaintances. Well, that might sound a little too cold, actually. I don't know if I could really call us family, but we are close. Just not as close as he is.
Girls' IQ points all going to her face and tits, total dits with a capital D. Aaron, what the fuck, man?
You know, you guys are all just adorable. Especially you, you tiny thing. Where are you from? Do you want me to show you around?
I'm not that tiny.
Silly me. I forgot I have somewhere else to be. You won't be able to meet this house's owner, but the boy looking after it in her absence should be back tonight. Goodbye now.
I mean, I get it. She was dressed like she was a researcher at the Institute or something. Wish I could have talked to her a bit more about that. I wanted to make her understand my size isn't all there is to me. I'm strong too. Late 20s, huge. You're really focused on the tits, aren't you, man? Kind of an airhead, freckles, glasses. Yeah, I'd hit it. You wish. Are you gonna start behaving like an adult, Aaron, or am I gonna have to force you to? I wonder if that could be ... Unless it's ... Do you think that might have been... Unless... No way. Could that have been... It's locked. Let me look at the old bulletin board. Looks like I got a 4 SPG. There's a professor I look up to as a mentor of sorts, but I just can't do it anymore. I'm trying to gather evidence to prove he's been abusing his power over others. I also want to get a verbal testimony, but I don't want to blow this up. I haven't spoken with the Guild of the Caps. I'd like to request a careful investigation from you guys. Anonymous. Okay, they got Marxist forms here in Basel. Good, good. Comrade, we're spreading. This one's real serious sounding. Yeah, I understand why they don't want to go to the guild or the police about it. I really hope we can help them while we're here. We might learn more about what's going on in the Institute while we're working on it too. That'd be 2 birds with 1 stone. Makes sense. Sounds harmless to me. What's your take? They brought up a good point. We can get some info on the Institute while we work this case. Pretty vague though. They didn't give their name or the professor they're accusing. Really going out of their way to make our job difficult. Also, did they even tell us where to go? Naming names in this case may result in the professor or other parties threatening the whistleblower. I believe our client just prefers to err on the side of caution. Yeah, tracks. Fair enough, Rosette. Can you handle recording our combos? Certainly. Van doesn't know he's always being recorded. Idiot. We gotta be careful who we talk to about this, though. Clyde doesn't want word of this getting out. Let's start with people unrelated to the Institute. That way we don't accidentally hit a nerve. Makes sense to me. I imagine there'll be plenty of those here in the artisanal district. Let's get started.
You have my support, Mr. Arkwright.
So? Who asked? Like, what was our quest there? Like, what was the actual... Because it didn't tell us what the... We're just going to walk around asking, hey, is any professor shady? I don't even know... How do I see it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're just like, investigate somebody who works at the Institute. Like, we should decline that shit because it's too vague. Won't even let me topic you? What? My son got... You mentioned he's a member of the Artisans Guild. He might have some dealings with the Institute himself. Yeah, I guess it'll be easier to get info out of him than somebody higher up in the food chain. We already knew. Okay, that's weird. You had to talk to him first.
Let me ask you something.
We've never had to do that before. Doesn't ring a bell, sorry. Son's studying at the Institute. Never told me anything like that. Doesn't prove it one way or the other, of course. I just ain't heard about it. Did he tell you about any other stuff? Anything helps? Well, sometimes I do hear about people in the same lab butting heads over funding. Heard these grumblings about 2 professors going at it even. Seems like a pretty stressful place. All the greed and infighting over projects. Sounds like it got everybody in there at each other's throats. That makes sense, yeah? That might be what started the harassment. Do you know which professors specifically? Can't really say I remember, sir. Feel like there was at least one of Professor Hamilton's students involved, but that's about all I got. I wonder if this professor was jealous of someone else or someone envied them instead. Thanks for the info all the same. Yep. Please get out of here. You're interrupting my standing. I gotta do the dang old big loop. I need a tram in the middle of town, man. Phew, it's not an easy working product. I've already heard this, man. This guy works in product procurement, huh? I don't think he's working for the Institute, but he might know a thing or two about him. Wouldn't hurt to ask.
Alrighty. Can we talk?
A professor abusing their assistants? Well, I'm not sure why you're asking me specifically about it, to be honest. I'm just like a guy. I just work in Verne's procurement division. I don't attend the Institute or work with them directly at all. Yeah, let me know. That's exactly the angle we want. World travels, you know? I get that, but I haven't really heard anything about it, though. Verne and the Institute are very closely linked, though, and it does create conflicts of interest sometimes. I may not have heard about it, but it is believable. It's very possible the 2 sides are stressing each other out. Could you tell us a bit more about how Verne and the Institute work together? The Verne Company awards grants to the... I was asking him to give us an explanation, Rosette. Oh, sorry. Verne Company awards grants to the Institute of Science to research and develop new products on their behalf. That allows the Verne Company to curate their products with research and the Institute's experts. Wow, that's neat. If I recall, Verne can trace its roots back to the old Artisans Guild and the Institute itself. I always figured they worked well together because of that. They did. Past tense. They had good relations while their senior advisor was still there. Alas, she left to go wander the desert or something. Now, Verne and the Institute hardly collaborate at all. It's every product for herself. Maybe the asshat in charge scared her off. Thanks for the info. That helps a lot. I think that's all we have to see in the artisanal district. We should check Newtown next. Since we cannot use the aero tram, we'll have to either walk or drive there. Take a walk. Help us get more acquainted with the city and its people. You gotta be kidding me. Walking's a pain in the ass. I don't even have my hat for it. I, for one, think a stroll would be lovely. Yeah, okay, you would suck up. Me too. Let's make our way to the bridge. Aye, aye, Captain. Full power to the shields! I don't know, you said bridge, get it? What were the shops? I'm pretty sure we talked to him. Where's our Orban store, man? Even the locals barely use it. That's because most either go by car or use the aero tram. Okay, well, at least you can get there without the access. You rode the aero tram, right? How was it? It had the best view, but it was a little scary too. I don't think there'd be any difference in ranks. Have you never used the aero tram in the past, Van? Why didn't we use it? I mean, we could have used it. I mean, to go to the Artisan District. Nah, I got to ride it when I came here a couple of years ago. Just had a regular old ticket. From what I hear, security within the city is going to go on a massive overhaul. After the war, the government ordered a total reform. I don't find it surprising they would want to be very careful with an experimental city that is very nearly a national secret. Is it a national secret? Okay, but tell me about how that puts us at a lower rank than a bunch of kids here on a school trip. They are rich, you are not. Ah, shit, you right. I don't think it's that they're high, I think it's more that we're low. Eh, still not a big deal, as long as they can drive. By the way, pretty sure we'll eventually bump into your classmates. You okay on that end? I'm fine. I explained things to them for the most part. They only happened upon some info before us, so if we see them, let's make a point to ask. So, we got any new dialogue? You guys still got old dialogue? Pharmacy, they had a mix of stuff like a convenience store. You got medicine and groceries and other goods too. Open all day according to the sign. I mean, this is new dialogue, I'm pretty sure, but it says it's not. Man, this is new. Well, goodies are where it's at. Plus, really lives up to its name. You got some cutting edge tech on display here. Not that I could afford to put any of this with my part-time pay. Ugh. Lyle, you might not want to say that out loud. Why do I have to be poor? I want my hands on all the latest film tech. I want it so bad. Why everything gotta cost money, man? Going to the Marxist forum later. Actually, Verne and the others passed by me before. She said something. She has something cool to show me. I wonder where she's gonna take me. Oh, I'm so curious. And she was never seen again. Welcome to the Aerotram platform, offering services throughout Basel and its facilities. You have a D-rank certification card. I see, but the Aerotram is unavailable to D-rank riders. But it said we could go to the My apologies, for safety purposes, we cannot permit you to board? Fucking stop me. Okay, so I guess it's the D. It literally, like, you need it to access the stairs? What the hell? This country sucks, man. Welcome to Verne Plaza. We're managed directly by the Verne Company, so we got stuff your other Verne retailers might not. Our first-party management also puts its direct orders to you, among other special services. Also, our prices are sky high, probably. It's one of the many benefits that come with being right here in Verne's backyard. It's proved a big hit with customers here. We're looking to expand this business model too. We want to open first-party Verne stores all across the country for the best customer experience. Uh-huh.
Hello there.
What happened on my wind quartz, man? I got 8 wind quartz? What? Any of this new? I don't think so. Oh wait, do you? Yeah, you know, you don't open slots on this one. You go to, plugins. But I got no wind. What the hell? Well, fuck you. Do they have EP2s? You guys? We have one. I'll buy another. And 12 arch just feels so bad.
See you again. Hello there.
Like, turbo went out. Verne cap! Ooh, another cap for me. Cypher cover with stylish coloring popular among young men. Maybe cutting edge technology.
See you again. Hello there. See you again.
No. It's not on that. You go to your to-do list, obviously. Which is very intuitive. Everyone knows that you send your gifts via this to-do list. Not the connections tab in the actual other menu.
Thanks, Verne.
I don't want to give this nerd this.
I'll take that.
It wouldn't hurt to take a quick little peek inside the store. You're already in the store. I don't know when they're coming. Need to just take my mind off them while I still can. What is it? Am I in your way? Sorry, I'll move. You're good, you're good. That was my bad. She would appear to be a researcher at the Institute of Science. I have analyzed her entire being. Her social security number is... What? Who are the people she was talking about? I'm kind of curious. Focus, Athena, focus. Gotta get this terminal checked out. I have no clue where they're coming. I need to try and take my mind off them while I have a chance. That's a lot of damn burners. Holy. What's the panel on the right here? It looks like it opens, kinda. I don't know. I haven't seen a new stove. The only stove I interact with is from like the fucking 70s. It's not a hazard, probably. You know, at the very least, it's got the benefit of being one of those stoves that was made back before they figured out they could just legally make their shit bad, and it was okay. They're like, oh man, how are we gonna make more money? How are we gonna expand our markets? What if we just made all of our products break in 5 years? Ah, damn, that's genius. Have all sorts of stuff here. Can't tell it's only Verne products by how much they have. Company stores or something else. I'm not buying any of the bigger stuff. That's all out of my budget. But just browsing is fun in its own route. Right? My husband works at a workshop, so sometimes I browse the shelves for stuff he tells me about from work. Hello? I would like one drug, please.
Hello.
Why do I have to go buy this dude hair tonic, man?
Thanks for shopping.
He's got the secret spy salary. I don't. What do I got? I don't want to buy stuff, man.
Don't mind if I do, Van.
Getting distracted. I gotta finish all my errands for the night. I need some detergent, canned food. Folks are out of town for work, so I clean the place up when they get back. I don't want to think about what they'll do if I forget. It went off on me before anyway. If you want us to off your back, then land a job and stay there. Can't argue with that, but man. Welcome to Cerise Drugs. We've got all your medicinal needs from OTCs to prescriptions from all the big manufacturers. Need a spray bottle? That's all we got, actually. We got spray bottle and Quincy chips. I personally recommend the products made from Rumiferia and Verne Company's joint venture. They're wonderfully effective. Or some Quincy brand chips coming in 4. They're all actually the same flavor, but they got different colors. With them, you get the best of both worlds. Rumiferia's cutting-edge medicine and Verne's low costs. Low costs? There ain't nothing in here low cost, man. They may be a startup, but their quality speaks for itself. If you're in need of medicine, give them a shot.
Hello.
You think Calvert has like any sort of
Thanks for shopping.
FDA-esque organization? I feel like it's all just, you know, unregulated. So I don't know if I'd necessarily want any products from the startup. I mean, I'm not like a big medicine skeptic or anything, but you know. I do feel like it'd be my luck. Like, oh, okay, let's buy the new cheap drug, and it's like, actually, it gives you rabies.
I don't think the others are back yet.
So? So, Artemis Academy is visiting, huh? I don't recall them doing that in previous years. Guess this year has been really good for them. Well, Basel is a wonderful place for students to learn more about engineering. Hope they see them firsthand. And big tech isn't all we have either. Just look around. The geography here is simply breathtaking. Our food is well with the trip, too. It is a pretty cool city. It's probably the coolest city in the game, for sure. And I mean, I guess I say probably and for sure. I would say it's definitely the coolest city in the game. Like, just aesthetically. The ravine plus like the old town and the new town on different sides is pretty cool. First time in Basel, here for work. Gotta say, this place is every bit as futuristic as they said. Lomborg has its own new town, but they sure as heck don't have air trams or giant orbital generators. This really feels like a cutting-edge city in every sense of the word.
Well,
And it's okay, buddy. I know you like sometimes like to stay outside when we go in, but you can come in. No one's gonna make fun of you, probably. Welcome, welcome. What can I get you? Man, I just destroyed the damn mic. Sorry, it just flashed so red on OBS. What can I get you? I go wherever my heart takes me and I bring my little shop along for the ride. Who knows what customers I'll see next? Not the most A Roman cafe, huh? Bet it's popular with the eggheads of the Institute. A common watering hole such as this would be a good place to gather information.
Can we talk?
Workplace harassment, man. Willie ain't know nothing about no workplace harassment. Whatever they said Willie did, Willie didn't do. Willie don't do that. Man, my clientele are a lot more mellow. Faculty, I get her. Pretty kind, actually. They treat their students and understudies to meals sometimes. Which is great for Willie, because that means Willie gets twice the sales. Who specifically? That might help us narrow things down. So, you got Professor Orlier, Associate Professor Tane, Professor Callaghan, but, he hadn't been around in a while, which is good, because Willie don't really like him. I always look pooped, like, on death's door. Seriously, when I talk to them, they all come across as normal, upstanding people who like Willie's coffee. Hey, have I told you about Willie's coffee? Willie's coffee's divine. It's like coffee, but it's got a little Willie in it. Oh, there's coming from the man. Is that what you're saying? I mean, you can be the judge of that. Willie, you didn't hear nothing from Willie. But I have noticed that some researchers in the Civic Lab have looked down in the dumps as of late. But as soon as they have a Willie brand coffee, they are perked right up and ready to go back to the poison factory. Workplace harassment explained that, and I don't want to jump to conclusions, but that lab professor might have something to do with it. Well, if anything comes to mind, please let us know. Well, I mean, I'm just overthinking things. You know Willie, he's always thinking. But, thanks, I'll let you know. Look, there's more to the story than that. Does he not want to snitch, or does he not believe it? I see. Thank you for sharing that with us. Now, I mean, if you were to buy maybe 5 cups of Willie brand coffee, maybe Willie would be a little bit more forthwith with his information. These last few months have been kind of stressful. Well, I mean, not for Willie, of course, but the other researchers have been really down in the dumps. Those grumblings about workplace harassment are true, then it might have to do with that professor. Just thinking aloud here. I think he's got some inside scoop.
So, Aerotram's just awesome.
Awesome! So what's popping over this way? Wait, who's here? Who's hiding in the corner? Albert, is that you? Everything we can so fell through. What are we supposed to do? Just listen to me. I don't even know what to do with myself anymore. Who is this? He may have information relevant to the case. Yeah, I can't deny I'm curious myself. Sorry, you came too early. This building is liable ZCF and the Epstein Foundation, huh? The Foreign Tech Foundation established using your great-grandfather's cash, right? How famous it is even in the Republic, it's kind of funny it's been dumped over in the corner like this. You're rude, Aaron. It's fine. Before all the big buildings are part of the Foundation's branch here. Indeed, as part of their downsizing in the Republic, they moved to this location. Its performance in other countries remains stable, but Tech going the way it is, it's only natural there'd be a dip in business. Right, with the Zypha, which is very different than all the others. It's so much cooler, so much better. What was it before again? I think they're doing the rounds underground? Ramda, 5th gen, co-developed by Verne and Epstein. But the 6th gen would look like sparked a hell of a lot of conversation both before and after the war. And they went and pulled, but even the Empire's Rhineford company didn't dare to cut the Foundation out of the equation. It caused some pushback across the continent at first, but now their technology is well on the road to being available to the public. And they'll do anything to keep themselves in the current favorable position. I would imagine even use Marduk for practical testing. Though perhaps it isn't my place to weigh in on the matter. Got that right. And the one pushing that as a national policy is ... So ZCF was the one that developed airships, right? Yes, they're a facility located in Zeiss, in Liberl. They have the best music. And a cool escalator. Shit was dope. You can find their products all across the Republic. Things like communications equipment or household goods.
Being a friendly nation, they do have a cooperative enough partnership with Verne, I suppose.
No one asked you. Stalker ass. Oh, hello there.
Hiya, Van and friends. And look at you go on, yes? Hard at work, I see.
Hey, we heard what you were doing earlier. You're researching with your coworkers as part of your visitation, yeah? I am. I hope you don't mind me going off on my own. She's putting the work in. You guys have business here? We do have a personal connection with ZCF and the Foundation, you see. Yeah, we know. So I thought this would be the perfect place to get a first-hand look at the International Technological Exchange. Yeah, what she said. As someone from the Empire, it's a topic I personally can't get enough of. I heard they make memory reports for films and stuff. How can I not want to come? How nice. I'm sure there'll be an endless amount of information to absorb there. Just leave this part to us. We'll be sure to write up a report for you. I'll do your homework for you, miss. Please, let me. Anything. You better nab us some sweet scoops in exchange.
What are students doing here?
Oh, there's that guy.
Of course. The educational visitation.
I forgot about him. He was in the loading screen. Mr. Blue Hair. We didn't mean to crowd up the path. Wait, I've seen him before. I think I recognize him too. I mean, I recognize him from the loading screen. I'm sure you do. He is rather famous. Greetings, Professor. My name is Ren Bright. I've heard all about you from a certain other professor.
Ah, I didn't realize you were studying abroad here.
It's Professor Yang Cronkite? I don't think we know him.
Cronkite. I believe this is our first time meeting in person.
Maybe. I mean, Cronkite sounds familiar, but I think it's just because it's, you know, like as a real world name.
I found your papers fascinating, I must say. Welcome to Basel.
Huh? Papers? It's an honor to have my work read by such a brilliant mind. Might I trouble you for some time to chat in the near future? Also, this dude, he looks too evil to actually be evil, right? Right?
I would welcome the chance, though I'll have to pass on speaking at length with your classmates.
But come on, just because he's a professor doesn't mean he's fucking gonna try and global genocide.
Now, I am a busy man, I'm afraid, so if you don't mind, I will bid you farewell.
Like, sure, he's got the evil eye color, and the kind of evil hair, and the evil glasses, and he's a professor. But, like, that's just because you're supposed to think he's evil. I don't know how it would feel if they actually made him a bad guy. Like, I don't know, because on one hand, it's like, I would respect the bit of being that every professor is out to kill you, because apparently somebody at the writing team did not have a fun time in college. That's all I'm gonna say. Or like them just making him look so evil and then not actually be evil because you're primed to think he's evil because, well, gestures at series would be kind of funny. That stick couldn't be further possessed, but he's got the chops to back it up. His background is Eastern, right? What does that mean? That was Professor Yang Cronkite, the young genius carrying the Republic's engineering community on its shoulders. He's been presenting groundbreaking tech all across all kinds of fields since before the war 2 years ago. Yeah, like you mentioned, I think I saw him in the Tyrrell Times. He's said to be a genius, the likes of which we haven't seen since Professor Hamilton. But how are you connected to someone like him? I'm important. I believe the others are waiting, so how about we go? Don't wait for the meetup, Anya's, otherwise I'll have to give you a good spanking. I know, have fun. Stop winking. I don't think you can get away from not answering. I'm real, I'm a person. My therapist says I should assert myself. Shall we? Let's give this our all. I don't know about that joke. I don't think I should be applying that like he's a loser because he has a therapist. I've worked here at the Epstein Foundation for years and years. I remember before our exclusivity agreement ended up in patent litigation with the Verne company. Then we ordered to scale back operations to move bills. That cooperation will put Basel on the map to begin with. All thanks to research Franklin Hamilton brought back with her. Can't just tear our teams apart with all the projects we've developed together. It's not fair. Phew. I had no idea, so why? There had to have been a reason, right? Sounds like Verne got dragged kicking and screaming. You know, there's no point moping around the past. You gotta play with the hand you're dealt, yeah? Yeah, you're right. It's difficult to stay motivated, especially when my own pet project's been stuck in limbo. If only some sort of sprigging could come and help me. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off just finding a cabin somewhere and fishing for the rest of my days. I'm not gonna stop you. I do hope his fortunes change.
Well,
I think we were all working together just a couple years ago. Now it's done. I appreciate the sympathy from the ZCF folks, but man, I just can't find the information anymore. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off just finding a cabin somewhere and fishing for the rest of my days. Right, yes. I think you get pretty tired of fishing. What time are we at? We're only 30 minutes. I feel like I'm going for a lot longer. Just sneak on into the cast. Wow, there's so many cars. I had heard about its capacity, but it's very impressive seeing it in person. Welcome to Automotive Heaven. Motor Pavilion, where all the big manufacturers strut their stuff while they hit the market. Verne's big here naturally. They make a bunch of... Oh, they got a bunch of makes under their wing. Leno, Ingert, Red Star, Etos, that's your big four. That's where they show off all the latest and greatest stuff. And for gearheads like me, it's with a peek at the new model year and a chance to yoink some of their ideas for our own projects. If ever I come to Basel, you bet I hit this place up every time. The most important place in the city, full stop, except no substitute. Hey, have you guys walked away from me already? Yeah, it's great, Grandpa. It's gonna get you home. I see. I do hear the four manufacturers compete with each other a lot. That they have their own specialities, but nonetheless push each other to innovate. And all their profits go to the same company. Does that factor in the showroom too? Yeah, these guys are ruthless. They all specialize in different things, but when markets collide, you bet they're at each other's throats, and that's good for the consumer. Allegedly. Leno and Ingrid especially. They both manufacture their cars here in Basel, so they headhunt and poach from each other like nobody's business. You get time to kill, highly recommend stopping by here and shooting the shit with the salespeople. They might convert you. Adios, kill me or him. His passion for cars is already evident in his truck. It's natural that he be drawn here. We may as well take a look around now that we're already here. Welcome to the Basel Motor Pavilion. We've got the latest and greatest models in the Big Four on display. Do take a look. We've opened up displays for all the new models they've unveiled this autumn. All the new models, same as the old models. Got us a lot of attention from gearheads this country over. Oh, of course, we've got models you can order today, too. Take a look and see if there's anything you like. Oh, there's Dick. They said they didn't know there'd be an RC tournament this month. Man, also ready to beat Milia this time? Well, there's no tourney, I'll make my own or something. I want to challenge her again, and this time I'm gonna win. We got a little Kiryu in the making, man. Man, there's something about cars, having all that power at your fingertips, feeling the wind rushing by. RC cars are cool and all, but man, once I'm old enough to get my license, I want to take a real car out for a spin.
Right.
Fucking get roasted, kid. Aaron got your ass. No, it's you guys. Hey, you two. Didn't know you were coming out here. We're planning a big drive, so we figured why not? Wanted to check out the new models from Autumn. Man, these things rock. The way they're basically the exact same as last year. Cosmetically, it doesn't look much different from my old model, but the suspension here is allegedly better. Man, this thing's gonna fly right through the corners. That's Ingrid for you. You know, they know how to get the best out of their parts. Those are the new tire compounds too. Haven't seen these before. They're always looking for ways to improve. As if you weren't enough of a kid in a candy store. Not knocking it though. Aaron looks like he's having fun too. This pavilion does seem to draw like-minded fans.
Well,
Saved a bit of money by buying the last gen model, but I still had to take out a 10-year loan. 10 years? Sir! What the hell? Didn't we do this already? Did we already have this bit where he said something about a 10-year loan for a car and I lost my mind? Worth it though, it's nothing like having your very own speed machine. Can't go cheating my babe with some shinier model. Gotta break her in first. Got a 10-year loan for a car? Brother, that's crazy. Uncle was an Ingrid engineer, so I'm a big Ingrid fangirl too. I drive a Leno though, it's what I can afford. I really want to get a sports car though. Once I scrunch up enough Mira, I can't wait. No, don't do that. Because even if you're like, ooh, I can afford the payments, then you got like the extra insurance, and then you got the fact that anytime anything breaks on, it's going to be unbelievably expensive. What can I do you for? You interested in? Oh, hold on, I see that glint in your eye. You're a fan, ain't you? Good catch. My pickup's my baby. I actually took it out here with me. Hey man, I caught you. I can tell by that look in your eyes. You know quality when you see it. Pride ourselves on how modular our cars are. They're strong, durable, customize them however you want. Saw you walk in and your eyes just jumped right to the suspension and cooling. I know those are popular mods in our model. You're an avid aftermarket shopper, aren't you, if I had to guess? You know exactly where to look. Yeah, guilty as charged. You know, it takes that same kind of mindset to know people like doing that. Something tells me you're a gearhead yourself, am I right? I mean, you got me. Probably spending like half my bonus on aftermarket mods. Got some photos of my new project here. You want to take a look? Man, I'd be honored. What kind of pimped out ride does an honest to goddess Ingrid engineer come up with? Now he's slacking off on the job. Yep, look at this baby right here. Genuine Mr. Softy Machine. Even got the jingle and everything all souped up. Got the extra bass in it so you can hear that baby for, well, not miles because we don't have miles in this universe, but the lore thematic equivalent of miles, which I never remember. Is a reg a meter? I don't know. I always forget. Part of what makes this job so satisfying is meeting customers and getting our feedback on our products. We really hammer in just how utilitarian and customizable our cars are, and that gets us a lot more of a specific customer demographic compared to Leno. So when I talk to a customer about our models and aftermarket mods, we really see eye to eye a lot. It's like making a friend.
Wow, check out these cars! There's so many, and they all look so different.
And they're all kind of ugly. No
That
offense.
a red star over there? Damn, that's sexy.
it's the best, ain't it? If looks could kill, I'd be dead right now.
Right.
Van is
roasted.
definitely in his element here.
Welcome to the Lino Exhibition Space. This is our flagship model here. That shit ugly as sin. We worked hard in the interior for this revision to try and court older drivers. It's much more comfortable inside than before. Lino's the everyman's car, yeah? See them all over the place nowadays. When I was taking driver's ed, they stuffed me in a Lino made for newbies. Lino specializes in safety and economy rather than power or carrying capacity. Per their slogan, they manufacture cars everyone can count on. Yes, that is our SEO. That's the common perception, yeah. We're a big hit with families and people who need daily drivers. But that's not all we do. We make RC cars, off-roaders, and field entries on the Z1 circuit too. We're careful not to pigeonhole ourselves into any one niche. We're growing and evolving every day. Nah, you're an old person brand. That's what we're all about. We make cars you can count on no matter what it is you do. We really pride ourselves on that mass appeal. Our cars have been adopted by just about every class and demographic. They're plenty safe and essential to drive, making them popular with all different kinds of people. That's the latest Warble car. Look at it, it's so pointy. And it's a bicycle. It's kind of crazy because I don't feel like a bicycle would really be able to keep up with a race car, but what do I know? Quincy brand chips, the best kind of chips out there. The way they crunch makes you want to eat them for lunch. Yeah, y'all can have that one for free. That's a banger of a slogan right there. Mm-hmm. Yep. That everybody? Guess so, guess so. Well, granted, some of these people that we talked to as Anyas say they've been talking to, but they had new dialogue. Or at least there's one group of people did. You guys don't. Still talking about the budget? Okay, you are. It's just that one group that said they had new or said they didn't have new dialogue, but then they actually had new dialogue. And really busy lately. He's got to stick the landing. She's an office worker in Newtown. Average Joes like hers, or average Janes like her, can have better info than meets the eye. Let's talk to her and see what we get.
Can we talk?
Think anybody's ever been named Jane that wasn't, like, in Tarzan? Harassment? Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. I've heard some nasty things about some civic professors at the Institute. Really? I won't name names, but I've heard a thing or two from a friend of mine. She's a researcher at one of the labs there. And every night they're sleeping at the labs after unpaid overtime. One little mistake during the day and they get torn to shreds. They say it's considered normal there. You just work until you drop. My friend, she told me that one night she was having suicidal thoughts and I had to talk her out of it. That's horrible. Does the Institute not know about their working conditions? They do, but it's fear that rules the roost there. Institute senior professors are like celebrities in their own right. Nobody can touch them. They control whether or not you have a career in this town. Verne, my company, everybody. They all go through the Institute's pipeline. Out of curiosity, who do you work for? This Orbital Goods supplier. They've got a license from Verne to sell their goods. But it's not like I can speak up about it because then there goes my career. World travels fast. That tracks. Verne and the Institute might as well be Basel. You speak up and you're never working in this town again. I can only hope we find a way to right this injustice. Yeah, with our guns. So we've seen everything goes to see in Newtown, that said. Let's go out to go to the Institute for that request from the assistant. What about the professor abusing his power, yeah? Doesn't seem like something outsiders like us should get in the middle of. I'm concerned since it was posted as a 4SPG. Wonder if we can find a way for all of us to get in the Institute. Yeah, let's get on the car. What are they gonna do, stop us? Like with the Aerotram, access requires rank C certification or higher. Be nice if we could have Elson put on the pressure and get our ranks raised, but that won't work here. Not enough time. How about we go have a little talk? I know what we do. We go beat up some children and steal their cards. I mean, Albert doesn't need his. With who? The kiddo from earlier? He wasn't as bad about as a CEO, but he still had his doubts about us. If pushing doesn't work, we just gotta pull. Thanks for being a go-between, Agnes. For what? Between you and... What was his name again? Sertra? Swartra? I've already forgotten it. I know it was like a C. Because I want to say like Quartra. But it's more of like a C sound. You got it. You guys seem to hit it off, guessing it's close because you're so close in age. He'll be up for talking to you and just make it seem like you got problems and he can solve them. I don't think I need to go that far. I'm sure if I'm honest and upfront with him, he'll listen. I'm happy to help. Once things settle down, I'll give him a call on my Zypha. Girl does not have a clue, huh? It is quite charming how unaware she is of her appeal. Is it? Maybe if I hadn't seen it a billion times. I know we can count on Anya's to handle this. No, I will never. So we do have a side quest here. An actual, for really real side quest, which we will check out next time. In the meantime, we will end the video. Surprise, surprise. So, yeah. We'll do check out this side quest, do that next time, and then any remaining time we will contact, what's his name? Or what's their name?
Alrighty.
Hi, I'm Cheesy87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.